Hey everybody, it's Phil with Behringer. How you doing today? Welcome to Music Group TV. I want to talk to you today about the Monitor2USB. This is a high-end speaker and headphone monitoring controller with VCA control and a built-in audio interface. How cool is that? Let's talk about this thing. So on the Monitor2USB, you have two stereo inputs and a monitor mix input from your DAW. You can actually connect your DAW with a USB cable direct to the Monitor2USB and use that as your monitoring controller for your DAW. No other interface needed, which is really cool. You have a large volume knob for controlling the volume, and it's a VCA controller, a voltage controlled amplifier, so it's going to be super smooth as you transition along the way from quiet to loud. You have a panorama control, also it's called a crossfeed control, which when you're wearing headphones, it gives the imagery of actually listening to speakers. In a real environment, you're listening to speakers and you would hear reflections from walls and things of that nature. In headphones, you wouldn't. But the panorama or the crossfeed control, you can dial in that kind of imagery in your headphones, so it's more realistic if you have to listen to monitor in headphones. One of the things that's super important about mixing is getting rid of any kind of phase problems right away. If you didn't detect it when you were miking things, or you can have an EQ shift, whatever, it's going to show up at some point in your mix. The mono button lets you kind of hear when things are out of phase. You hear a mix in mono, and if things are out of phase, they're just going to disappear basically out of your mix. So besides just listening to a mono mix to see if the mix is even, you can also use that as a cool way to detect phase problems and correct them. It's nice sometimes when you're monitoring music, if somebody wants to speak and you don't want to turn the volume down from that cool setting, you just want to duck it down a little bit. So if you hit the dim button, it'll duck the volume down so that you can have a conversation real quick and then just let go of that button and use back to the regular volume. So you haven't had to change any volume settings anywhere. It's nice. You can connect up to 3 different sets of monitors up to the Monitor2USB, and you can select each of them. So it's nice because sometimes you want to have a small pair of near field speakers, and then you want to have like some playback kind of speakers and your big studio speakers, and you can easily switch between them with the Monitor2USB. If you're going to listen with headphones, there's 2 headphone outputs and each of them has their own volume control. So if 2 different people are listening, each of them can have a nice comfortable volume in their headphones, which is what you want in the studios to be comfortable and mix. The power supply is a noise-free audio Planet Earth power supply, which is going to work from 100 volts to 240 volts. So you can take this with you and go from studio to studio pretty much anywhere on the planet, and it's going to work just fine. So this is the Monitor2USB. For more information and media, please feel free to come visit us at Behringer.com. Thanks for joining us here at Music Group Studios.